Hello everyone, this is Dr. Leela. Today I'll be discussing on scientific management. Scientific management. This scientific management was given by F.W. Taylor and he made an attempt to systemize the management theory with his publication known as The Principles of Scientific Management in the year 1911. And here he is also called as father of scientific management. And here in scientific management, with all his long experience as an engineer at various levels in the organization, that is various levels of functioning, right from apprentice to chief manager, and he worked for a steel company, and his philosophy is also known as Taylorism. And here, according to Taylor, like his major concern was increase the efficiency in the production. And here it includes not only to lower the cost and to raise the profit, but also to increase the pay for workers through their higher productivity. And here he also emphasized that analysis, planning, and control of work should be separated from the execution of work. And here managers should be, according to him, managers should be responsible for analysis and planning of work in advance, and whereas workers should be responsible for the performance of work as per plans. And here principles, he gives certain principles. The principles of scientific management are replacing rule of thumb with science, harmony in group action then discord, cooperation then individualism, working for maximum output than restricted output, and developing workers to the fullest extent. And here the first principle is replacing rule of thumb with science. Here he said that here like scientific management, in scientific management he suggested that doing the work systematically and determining the work clearly and sequentially. And here this scientific management eliminated the rule of thumb at the workplace, and he said that do the work in a systematic manner. And then the second one is harmony in group action then discard. Here harmony in group action, here like F.W. Taylor, he emphasized upon group harmony, which can be achieved through satisfying the needs of the group. And here he according to the scientific management, here eliminating the dissatisfaction and frustration of the group members, and here maintaining the sound environment, sound interpersonal relations among the group members, and make them to involve them in various group activities. Uh, and the third one is cooperation then individualism. Here cooperation, here when we talk about the cooperation we are talking about between workers and the management. And here like according to him, sound employee and employer relations can be achieved through like management should understand the workers need and take steps to satisfy their needs, and workers, and in return workers should understand the organizational requirement, like increasing the productivity, increasing the sales, attaining the profit, attaining the desired goal, attaining the predetermined goal, and maximizing their contribution. And here according to him, here instead of working individually, here if you work individually, what happens, individual has certain limitations. Here the limitations individual has like psychological and physiological limitations. In order to overcome that, here what you'll do, we work in a group. So here he said that here you work in a group then working individually. And then the fourth one is working for maximum output than restricted output. He said that here instead of working for a restricted output, you work for the maximum output. Why? Because when we take the factors of production, here what are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, organization, and technology. And here for labor, much significance is given for the labor. Why? Because here labor is only the factor of production where with the given input you can produce more and more output, and this is possible only by giving training and developing the employee in the organization. So here it is the responsibility of the management to see that here to get the efficiency from the employee, by giving training and developing the employees so that he can go for the maximizing the output than the restricted output. And the next one is developing workers to the fullest extent. Here, developing workers, here how like management can develop the workers to the fullest extent, here through training and development. And here these are the principles which have been given by scientific management by F.W. Taylor. Elements of scientific management. F.W. Taylor, 5 elements of scientific management. The elements are separation of planning from doing, modifications to the organization, improvement in the methods of work, differential piece rate system, and mental revolution. Yeah, the first one is separation of planning from doing. Taylor said that there should be separation of planning from execution. Here, according to him, the supervisors perform planning function, whereas the workers perform execution function. And the second one is modifications to the organization. Here, he suggested that scientific selection of employees, which is based on the should be based on the job analysis by using various techniques, that is various selection techniques. He also suggested that provide training and development facilities to all the employees, which is based on their training needs. And this process helps the organization not only to exploit the employers' potentialities and also for the organizational success. And he said that importance of standardization tools like instruments, working hours, working conditions, cost of production, quality of works, etc. And here, third one is improvements in the methods of work. He suggested that whatever the work is performed in the organization, that work should be in a methodological manner and also in the systematic manner. And here, this methodological and systematic movement of material, it ensures that fast movement of the materials in the factory. And here, with this, what happens here? Avoidance of unnecessary transport of materials from one process to the another process of production, and you can reduce the distance from one machine to the another machine. Not only that, reduction of transportation time, etc. Okay, he said that improve the work by using certain techniques where efficiency takes place in the organization. And the fourth one is differential piece rate system. Here, differential piece rate system, in the sense he is talking about the differential payment, and he suggested that differential piece rate system, like by fixing the standard level of production. Here, those employees who are producing less than the standard production, they are going to receive the low piece rate system, whereas the employees who produce the above standard production, they are going to receive the higher piece rate system. And here, this differential piece rate system are introduced only to motivate the employees to produce more than the standard level and also to enhance the productivity. And the mental revolution. Here, he is talking about the complete mental revolution on the part of the working people who are engaged in any particular establishment or an industry. So here, complete in the sense, here he is talking about the duties towards their work, towards their subordinates and towards their employers. And the limitations. Here, even like Taylor contributions as certain criticisms. And here, like initially, like this Taylor contribution, that is scientific management, what criticized both by the trade unions and the management. And here, trade unions have stated that Taylorism develops like splits among the workers, which is based on the efficiency. And here, according to them, in the sense, according to the trade unions and the management, here workers are made puppets because of their time and motion studies. And here, like management, not only the trade unions, management also have criticized that here when you implement scientific management in the organization, it may be a costly affair and it can be a burdensome to implement the scientific management in the organization. But later on, the importance of Taylorism has been well recognized and practiced by all the industries, all the firms around the world. And here, the management thinkers like Henry Grant William Gilbert, they made significant contributions and popularized the Taylorism. Thank you.